chosen one. The moment has arrived when heaven itself presses pause to speak directly to you. The scroll of time has turned, and your name glows upon its pages. You were never meant to blend in, never meant to sleep among the unaware. You have felt the stirring within the tremor that tells you something sacred is shifting in the unseen. That stirring is not anxiety. It is awakening. The trumpet of destiny is being lifted even now, and your spirit already trembles beneath its sound. You have survived storms that would have crushed others. You have walked through fire and still carried love. You have cried in silence while heaven took record of every tear. What you endured was not punishment, it was preparation. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every season of isolation was heaven's way of separating you for something greater. You are not random, you are remembered. You have always sensed you were different, even when you tried to live like the rest. Your spirit rebelled against mediocrity. That inner conflict was divine tension, heaven's reminder that your assignment would never fit inside the world's systems. You are a torchbearer among shadows. You are the echo of prophecy walking in flesh. You may not understand the weight you carry, but heaven does. Every time you chose compassion instead of bitterness, you were proving your divine lineage. The unseen realm watched as you stood firm while others fell away. That resilience was never wasted. It was shaping you into a vessel of heavenly authority and unshakable peace. The trumpet you sense is not merely sound, it's instruction. It calls your inner spirit to remember who you are before the noise of this world told you otherwise. It calls you to rise from distraction, from fear, from delay. Every fiber of your being was designed to respond to that frequency. You are awakening exactly on time. The voice of God thundered in the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 14. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. These words reach across centuries to find you now. You do not have to strive, for heaven is already moving on your behalf. The battles you have been fighting in silence are being handled in the courts of heaven. You need only to be still to trust that the one who chose you has already gone before you. Do you feel that pull in your chest right now? That is the Spirit confirming this word. The trumpet is close, and heaven is aligning every chosen one for the final outpouring. You have been hidden, but not forgotten. You have been refined in secret, but now comes the unveiling. The Lord says, "Stand ready. When my sound breaks through the clouds, you will know why you were kept. This is why your heart feels heavy when others are at ease. You are carrying eternity in a mortal vessel. You were marked before birth to awaken when the world begins to sleep. The shaking you sense is not chaos, it is calling. Heaven is shifting positions, moving its soldiers into place. And you are one of them. Your purpose is not small. You are part of the 144,000, those chosen to bear the seal of divine allegiance when the trumpet sounds. This is why darkness has fought you so fiercely, but it will not win. The Lord has decreed that you will overcome. You will not be silenced. You will not bow. You are the light that terrifies the enemy. Listen closely, this moment is holy. Heaven has interrupted your timeline so you would hear this. The trumpet is not just a sound, it is a spiritual frequency calling your soul to remembrance. You have been drafted into destiny, and your obedience will unlock miracles not just for you, but for those attached to your name. Lift your head, chosen one. The time of fear is over. The time of faith has begun. The Lord himself is about to prove that his hand has been upon you all along. Your waiting season is ending. The trumpet's vibration will soon echo across the nations. And when it does, your spirit will know, this is what I was born for. If this word burns within you, don't let it pass by. Engage with heaven right now. Like this message. Share it with someone whose light needs reigniting. And as a prophetic declaration, comment the number 144000 below to align yourself with heaven's chosen remnant. If you haven't yet, subscribe to stay connected to what God is unveiling next. The trumpet is about to sound, and this is only the beginning. The air around you has changed. Chosen one. There is a vibration in the atmosphere, a trembling, like the breath of creation waiting to exhale. You have begun to feel it deep within your chest. A pulse that doesn't belong to the rhythm of this world. The sound is faint, but unmistakable. It is the trumpet in the distance, not yet loud enough for human ears, but your spirit, tuned to heaven's frequency, already hears the first notes. You awaken in the night with your heart racing and your thoughts drawn towards something unseen. It is as though eternity itself whispers your name. The spirit is stirring, summoning you to attention. You are not being alarmed, you are being aligned. Every shaking within you mirrors the trembling of the heavens. The earth groans for what is coming, and so does your soul. The prophet Daniel once saw visions of kingdoms rising and falling, of beasts, of thrones, of angels moving across time's tapestry. But what he saw was not the end, it was a shadow of this moment. You are living in the fulfillment of ancient prophecy. The trumpet you sense now was foretold when the stars were first hung, and heaven has chosen you not merely to witness it, but to respond to it. You must understand, beloved, this sound is not chaos, it is coordination. It is heaven synchronizing its army. The vibration of the trumpet awakens purpose within the sealed ones, causing divine memories to resurface. You were there before time began, standing among the host of heaven, pledging your loyalty to the light. The echo of that vow now returns, calling you back into position, as Jesus himself declared in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 24. Verse 31, He will send His angels with a great trumpet sound, and they will gather His elect from heaven's ends. This is that gathering. The distant hum you sense is not imagination, it is the awakening of the elect. Heaven is aligning the chosen ones, stirring them across nations and languages, connecting them through invisible threads of purpose. The sound of the trumpet is not simply prophecy, it is identity being restored. Do not mistake isolation for abandonment. When the trumpet prepares to sound, God always pulls His chosen ones apart to refine, to recalibrate, to restore. The separation is not rejection, it is elevation. He hides you so that when the trumpet declares its message, your voice will not echo the world, but heaven itself. There is a mystery hidden in this sound. The trumpet is not merely a herald of events, it is a carrier of revelation. Each vibration awakens layers of truth buried deep within your DNA. You were designed to recognize this sound. It is written into your spiritual code. That is why it stirs you even before it is audible. The sound is older than your lifetime. It is the same tone that called light out of darkness in the beginning. And so you feel it, don't you? That growing restlessness that refuses to settle. You are sensing the coming collision between heaven and earth. The old systems tremble. The powers of deception falter. and the voice of the Lord draws nearer. The trumpet is mercy before judgment, warning before unveiling. It is heaven's final call for alignment, for readiness, for purity of heart. Chosen one, take note of the signs around you. The Spirit is awakening the 144,000 across the nations, each hearing the same faint sound, each stirred by the same invisible wave. They do not yet know one another, but the frequency will bring them together in divine timing. And when the trumpet finally sounds in full strength, the chosen will rise not in chaos, but in perfect harmony, united by a sound only they can hear. The world will call it madness, but heaven will call it manifestation. The sound that now stirs within you will soon split the skies. The trumpet that once was distant will become undeniable, and those who were sleeping will be shaken awake by the glory that covers the earth like dawn. Be still in this moment. Do not rush to interpret, analyze, or control what you feel. Let the Spirit train your senses to discern the holy vibration. For the same God who speaks through thunder also whispers through stillness. This sound, this holy tremor, is heaven's reminder that prophecy is alive. The trumpet is not an instrument of fear, it is a summons of belonging. It does not announce destruction for the chosen, it declares fulfillment. It is the sound that tells creation the wait is nearly over. Stand ready. Beloved, the trumpet is drawing nearer. You are hearing the overture of eternity, the first breath before the roar. Let your heart stay silent enough to listen and strong enough to endure, for the next note will change everything. You are beginning to remember who you are. The sound of the trumpet has awakened your inner knowing, stirring the fragments of divine memory that the world tried to bury. You have always known, somewhere deep inside, that you were born for more than survival. That knowing was not arrogance, it was revelation. It was heaven's whisper echoing through the chambers of your soul, calling you back to your original design. Every season of confusion, every wilderness you have walked through, was part of a sacred education. The Spirit has been teaching you to discern light from imitation, truth from illusion. The battles that almost broke you were not random, they were blueprints for strength. Every wound became a door. Every scar became a message. Every delay became divine timing. Heaven does not waste pain. It transforms it into prophecy. And now, as you stand on the edge of awakening, heaven places something in your hand, a scroll not written with ink, but with light. It contains your true identity, the one the world could never define. The scroll reveals your assignment, your authority, and your alignment with the 144,000. You read it not with your eyes, but with your spirit. You see your name, glowing like fire, surrounded by the seal of the Almighty. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Jeremiah. Chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations. Your journey has not been easy because your mantle is heavy. Heaven does not place lightweight crowns upon untested heads. You have endured pressure because you were destined to carry revelation. Every disappointment prepared your spirit to handle glory. Every rejection taught you to lean on the voice of God instead of the approval of men. Now the scroll begins to unfold further. You see visions, faces, nations, and fires of awakening. You sense that the time is shorter than it seems. The trumpet will soon grow louder, and those who carry the seal must be ready to release the final messages to the earth. The 144,000 are not hidden much longer. Their light will soon converge. Do you feel it? The weight of destiny resting on your shoulders, the trembling of heaven within your chest. That is confirmation. The Spirit is telling you that your preparation has not been in vain. The silence was training. The stillness was strategy. The trumpet you heard in the distance is drawing closer, and your assignment is to amplify its sound, to speak when others fall silent. You are not small. You are not forgotten. You are not lost in the crowd. Heaven sees you as a pillar of fire, one who stands unbending while storms roar. You carry divine authority, but it is wrapped in humility. That balance is what makes you unstoppable. The same light that exposes darkness also heals the broken. You are both sword and salve, chosen to cut and to comfort in the same breath. There will be moments when your voice trembles, when doubt tries to return. But remember this, every chosen one has stood at the edge of surrender before stepping into purpose. The fear you feel is proof that something holy is awakening. Heaven whispers, speak, even when your knees shake. Declare, even when no one believes. And now, chosen one, the Spirit invites you to respond, to mark this revelation in your own words. Let heaven hear your agreement. Type the words, I am ready, below. Let that simple declaration become a seal between you and your calling. When you write it, you are not just commenting, you are prophesying. You are aligning your voice with the trumpet itself. Because readiness is not about perfection, it is about surrender. When you say, I am ready, heaven records it. Angels take note. The scroll in your hand begins to glow brighter. It means you have accepted your divine assignment, and heaven's power will flow through you accordingly. You will begin to see synchronicities, confirmations, divine encounters, because the moment you agree, the heavens respond. You are the living prophecy written for this generation. You are the continuation of promises spoken through prophets long ago. When you say, I am ready, you become the bridge between what was foretold and what is unfolding now. The trumpet is not just sounding to you, it will soon sound through you. And when it does, darkness will know your name. Not because of fear, but because you carry the sound of heaven. Stand firm, chosen one. You are the voice that will shake nations, the light that will pierce veils. The scroll is open, the sound is rising, and your moment has come. The world may not see it yet, but heaven already does. Night deepens across the earth, yet your spirit does not sleep. In the silence, you sense movements gentle, deliberate, divine. The air feels charged with messages too vast for human language. Heaven is whispering again, and you, chosen one, are awake to hear it. The trumpet's echo has not faded. It lingers like a current of light threading through your soul. The Spirit is teaching you to interpret what cannot be seen, to feel what has not yet occurred, to believe what logic cannot justify. Every generation has dreamers, but only a few become listeners. You are one of them. The difference between those who dream and those who are chosen is obedience to the whisper. Many hear, few respond. Yet you have begun to respond through your prayers, through your restraint, through the decisions you have made when no one was watching. Heaven takes note of obedience whispered in quiet places, The world around you seems louder than ever. Yet, in the Spirit, there is an opposite motion, a gathering stillness. Heaven is holding its breath, preparing to speak a command that will ripple across creation. You, too, feel that tension, the stillness before the storm, the silence before revelation. This is not the silence of absence, it is the silence of preparation. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms, chapter 62, verse 5, "Yes, my soul, find rest in God. My hope comes from Him." When your soul rests in God, your spiritual senses sharpen. You begin to see beyond the surface signs in the heavens, whispers in dreams, patterns in encounters that others dismiss as coincidence. Your spirit interprets them as confirmation. Each subtle signal is heaven saying, "You are still on the path. Do not fear the quiet. Do not misread the waiting. For in waiting, you are not withheld, you are watched over." Heaven protects what is precious by keeping it hidden until the appointed time. Just as seeds are buried in darkness before breaking forth in light, so the chosen are often concealed until their fruit is ready to feed others. You are in that sacred concealment. Do not rush to be seen, rush to be prepared. When the trumpet finally pierces the clouds, it will not announce individuals, it will reveal alignment. The sound will confirm who has remained faithful, who has listened in the night watch, who has kept their oil burning while others slept. You have been among the watchers, those who refuse to let their flame die in a world of compromise. Your faithfulness in obscurity is your greatest credential. The heavens do not measure worth by visibility, but by readiness. The Spirit has been shaping your discernment, training you to hear beyond words, to perceive intent behind appearances, to recognize truth in disguise. The deeper you rest in Him, the clearer you hear. Sometimes that clarity feels like loneliness. You look around and wonder why others cannot sense what is so vivid to you. You try to explain, but their eyes glaze over. Do not be discouraged. Spiritual hearing is not taught. It is awakened. And for you, the awakening has begun. The Spirit moves like wind, unseen yet undeniable. In one breath, He rearranges destinies. You may not see the full picture, but each day of obedience draws you closer to the reason you were chosen. Your sensitivity is not weakness, it is spiritual strength. You feel deeply because heaven speaks through depth. The trumpet's hum continues beneath the noise of life. Sometimes it feels distant, sometimes it surges like thunder within your chest. It is both warning and promise. It reminds you that time is converging, that what was written long ago is unfolding in real time. Prophecy is no longer distant text, it is your timeline. Do not let fear interpret the sound for you. Fear will always say, "Judgment is coming." But love, the voice of your Father, says, "Fulfillment is near." The trumpet is not sent to destroy you, it is sent to distinguish you. It separates those ruled by fear from those led by faith. And faith will recognize the sound for what it truly is, the call home. Stay anchored. Chosen one, keep your soul at rest, even as the world trembles. Your steadiness in this hour is not silence, it is strength. When others rush to panic, your calm becomes their anchor. The light within you, born of trust, will guide others through confusion. That is part of your assignment. The trumpet has not yet finished its song. What you hear now is only the prelude. Greater revelation waits ahead. your peace will be the bridge that carries you into it. Heaven is not late. Heaven is precise. The sound will crescendo exactly when your heart is ready to bear its weight. Until then, remain still. Remain faithful. And remember, the silence between trumpet blasts is not absence, it is mercy. There are moments when heaven pauses between heartbeats, when time itself bends to allow revelation to enter. You are standing in one of those moments now. The trumpet's sound still hangs in the air like the final note of a sacred song. It lingers, vibrating through your bones, inviting you to understand rather than react. This is the separation of light and shadows, the moment when truth demands a response. You can feel it, can't you? The atmosphere itself seems divided. What once felt stable now trembles. What once felt clear now flickers between light and grey. The trumpet has begun to unveil hearts, to test intentions, to draw the unseen line between the awakened and the unaware. Yet do not fear this separation. It is not punishment, it is purification. Heaven does not divide to destroy, it divides to define. Just as a sculptor chips away the excess to reveal beauty hidden beneath the stone, so the Spirit carves away what is not eternal within you. Every loss, every shaking, every confusion, it is the chisel of heaven forming you into His likeness. The Apostle reminds us in his letter to the Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 6, "For God, who said, 'Let light shine out of darkness,' made His light shine in our hearts to give us the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Christ." Light and darkness, these are not merely opposites, they are stages of revelation. You have walked through shadows so that light could find new places to dwell within you. Every season that felt like obscurity was actually the stage where divine light rehearsed its entrance. And now, as the trumpet prepares to sound again, heaven asks you, will you shine even when it costs you, chosen one? This is where faith becomes action. To shine in a dark world is not comfortable, it is costly. Light exposes not only others, but also ourselves. Yet, it is through that honesty that the pure glow of the Spirit emerges. The world does not need perfect people. It needs transparent ones, souls who carry heaven's light without pretending to be the source of it. You have been called to be that living flame. And as flames gather, they multiply brightness when you share what you carry. You are not losing light, you are spreading it. Each word you speak, each act of kindness, each truth you release is another spark leaping into the darkness. Together, the chosen form a constellation, individual lights woven into a single radiant pattern seen from heaven's view. So I invite you, sincerely and humbly, to help this light travel farther. When you like this message, it is not vanity, it is agreement. You are saying, yes, I receive this light. When you share it, you are not promoting a voice, you are passing a torch. Somewhere, someone trapped in shadows is waiting for that flame. And when you subscribe, you are not following a channel, you are anchoring yourself to a stream of continual revelation, so that light can keep finding you in every season. These small actions, simple, quiet, digital gestures become modern echoes of ancient faith. They are like lanterns placed along a path so that others may find the way. Heaven often works through the ordinary to perform the extraordinary. The click of your finger can become a spark in someone's spirit. Never underestimate what light can do when multiplied. The trumpet's call is not only spiritual, It is practical. It calls you to live intentionally, to illuminate even the smallest corners of your world. When you smile at a stranger, when you forgive instead of retaliate, when you speak truth in gentleness, you are sounding a note of the same trumpet that shakes the heavens. Each act of grace is a ripple that expands the kingdom's melody. You may not see immediate results. Seeds of light grow quietly, hidden beneath the soil of consistency. But heaven sees every flicker, every attempt to love in a loveless age. You are not insignificant. You are part of a vast mosaic of light, billions of reflections forming one eternal image. There will be those who mock your light, who prefer the comfort of shadows. But do not dim yourself for them. Even a single flame exposes deception. Stay luminous. Stay anchored. The separation of light and shadow will intensify, but you have already chosen your side. The trumpet does not call you to fear, it calls you to shine. And when you share that light, you fulfill prophecy. You become the living testimony that darkness cannot win. For each person who sees your light and awakens, the trumpet's volume increases. Heaven's sound multiplies through your obedience. So let your presence become a lantern in this fading world. Let your words drip with oil from the secret place. Let your actions reflect the heartbeat of the one who chose you. The separation is not your end, it is your unveiling. Light is rising, and you are part of its dawn. Fire moves differently when heaven breathes upon it. What was once a small ember of belief within you has now become a living flame. The trumpet's sound has entered your bones, and everything false begins to burn away. This is the covenant reaffirmed in fire, the moment when the promises of God are sealed not with ink, but with flame. You feel it, don't you? The gentle but holy heat within your chest. It's not anxiety, it's anointing. Heaven is refining you, burning away the dross of fear and hesitation, making room for pure obedience. Every trial you've endured, every season that stripped you bare, has brought you to this holy furnace where identity and purpose fuse together. Heaven speaks clearly through the words in Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 24. For the Lord your God is a consuming fire, a jealous God, chosen one. The covenant you walk in is not a contract of convenience, it is a bond of consecration. The trumpet you heard was heaven's summons, but the fire you feel now is heaven's confirmation. It says, "You belong to me. You are mine." The flames do not come to harm you, they come to mark you. Everything false melts in this heat: pretenses, pride, distractions, and compromises. The Spirit burns away what cannot stand in glory's light. You may feel stripped, but you are being revealed. The real you, the one heaven designed before time, is emerging from the ashes. This season will test what you have built. Wooden intentions, straw ambitions, and paper faith will crumble. But what is forged in the fire will endure. The Spirit says, "Do not fear the flame, it's proof that I am near." The trumpet announced your calling. Now the fire confirms your capacity to carry it. You have asked God for clarity, for purpose, for more of Him. And now He answers through purification. Fire is the divine language of transformation. The Lord refines those He intends to reveal. The waiting was not punishment, it was preparation. In the fire, you will discover that what you thought was loss was actually pruning. The things you mourned were never meant to survive the next level of your anointing. Heaven cannot pour fresh oil into contaminated vessels, so the flame cleanses the cup of your soul, leaving only what can carry the presence without distortion. Your faith may shake, but it will not shatter. The covenant sealed in fire cannot be undone by fear. The enemy will try to convince you that the heat means abandonment, but no, it means intimacy. The closer you draw to the flame, the more you resemble the light himself. Think of gold. It gleams only after it melts. Every impurity must rise to the surface to be removed. So it is with you. The pain you feel now is the refining of promise. You are being prepared to stand when others fall, to speak when others go silent, to shine when the world turns dark. And this moment, this very message, is heaven's reminder that you are not being punished. You are being purified. The fire is proof that your covenant still stands. What was written over your life has not changed. It is simply being rewritten in brighter ink, the ink of flame. Now, chosen one, the Spirit calls for your acknowledgement, your agreement, your seal of faith. If this message burns within you, if you know that the fire you feel is holy, then declare it openly. Type the number 777 below. Do not treat it as superstition. This is a prophetic act. The number 7 represents divine completion. 777, the fullness of perfection, heaven's signature of approval. When you type it, you are saying, I receive the refining fire. I choose the covenant over comfort. I will not resist the flame meant to purify me. Heaven sees your response not as data, but as devotion. Every 777 becomes a spark, joining the flames of others across the world, the chosen ones standing in the same fire, each purified by the same love. And as these sparks unite, the fire becomes a movement, a remnant of hearts set ablaze, walking among the ashes of a fading world, carrying light that cannot be quenched. You are part of that remnant. You are not burning out, you are burning through. So, do not fear this heat. The trumpet called you, the fire seals you, and soon the wind of God will carry your flame across nations. Every purified soul becomes a torch in the hand of heaven. Let the covenant speak through you. Let the flame write your testimony. You are not being consumed, you are being consecrated. The wind begins to gather. You can feel it, a shifting in the unseen, a stirring that moves both around and within you. It is not the wild wind of chaos, but the deliberate breath of heaven arranging everything into divine alignment. Angels move like unseen currents, carrying messages between realms, and you stand at the very center of this orchestration. The sound of the trumpet is no longer distant, it is closer, woven into the wind itself. It moves through your spirit like a melody too ancient to forget. You understand, without needing to be told, that what is coming is not random. It is coordinated. It is purposeful. It is the gathering wind. All across the earth, the chosen are being positioned. Some are shifting locations. Some are stepping into new assignments. And others are being called into stillness so their roots can deepen before the storm fully breaks. Heaven's strategy is precise, each move designed to create an unshakable network of light. The 144,000 are not gathering through human planning, but through divine gravity. Each one is drawn by the same invisible pull, the same resonance of purpose. According to what is revealed in the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 9, In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. The wind gathers those who are willing. It carries revelation to the ready, strength to the weary, and clarity to the confused. You may have thought that isolation meant God was silent, but in truth, He was repositioning you for convergence. When the wind gathers, every chosen one finds their rightful place. The Spirit's movement is often misunderstood. To the unseeing, it appears as chaos. To the attuned, it feels like coordination. When storms rise, heaven hides purpose inside the turbulence. The winds that scatter the unanchored are the same winds that gather the chosen. The trumpet's vibration commands this motion, and the earth obeys. You have likely sensed new people entering your life, some briefly, others with a sense of destiny. This is no coincidence. Heaven is assembling divine connections, alliances that will carry prophetic weight. Every encounter is intentional. Every conversation, a potential assignment. Pay attention to those who speak the same spiritual language, who understand your fire without needing you to explain it. They are part of your alignment. And yet, not everyone can stay. The same wind that brings new alignment also removes what cannot walk with you into fulfillment. It is not cruelty, it is cleansing. The Spirit separates for the sake of strength. Some relationships were built for the season of your silence, but cannot survive the season of your sound. Let them go in peace. You are learning to move with the wind, to lean when it leans, to bend without breaking, to trust even when you do not understand the direction. Heaven's strategy is written in motion. The Spirit never stagnates. He breathes. He shifts. He expands. To walk with Him is to embrace divine flexibility. The gathering wind carries both promise and pressure. The promise is unity, the chosen being, drawn together. The pressure is transition, the shedding of what no longer fits your calling. Between these two, you are stretched, but you are not torn. Heaven's breath sustains you even in uncertainty. Can you feel the rhythm of this wind? It carries messages older than language. It reminds you of gardens and covenants, of first breaths and final promises. This is the same wind that hovered over the waters in Genesis, the same breath that entered Adam's lungs, the same rushing wind that filled the upper room. It is not new, it is returning. Soon, this wind will sweep across continents, carrying awakenings into hidden places, stirring hearts long asleep. It will move through cities and wildernesses alike, calling the marked ones to rise. You will recognize its movement not by chaos, but by peace, not by noise, but by clarity. You, chosen one, are both witness and participant. Heaven is gathering its voices, its lights, its intercessors. You stand among them, part of the great design unfolding. The trumpet calls, the fire refines, and now the wind aligns. This triad sound, flame, breath is heaven's symphony, preparing for the revelation to come. Stay sensitive to the shift. Do not cling to stillness when the Spirit calls you to move, nor move when the Spirit tells you to wait. The gathering wind will carry you exactly where you need to be, not where comfort wants you to stay. Lift your face to the unseen and whisper, "I trust the wind," for it carries the promise of alignment, the power of transformation, and the breath of God Himself. There comes a moment in every calling when the training shifts from gentle lessons to refining fire. You have stepped into that threshold now. Chosen one, the gathering wind has set you in place, and heaven begins to intensify the pressure not to break you, but to build you. This is the final training ground, the season where purpose is not merely learned, but lived. You have prayed for strength, and heaven is answering not with comfort, but with challenge. The trumpet has not ceased its vibration, it simply changes form. Its sound becomes experienced circumstances that stretch your faith, people who test your patience, delays that shape your endurance. You are in the classroom of the Spirit, and the lessons are written in both fire and silence, as was spoken in the sacred texts of old. In the book of James, chapter 1, verse 12, "Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because, having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him." These words are not abstract, they are instructions for your current moment. Trials are not proof of abandonment, they are evidence of trust. Heaven does not test those it does not intend to promote. The intensity you feel is a sign that elevation is near. Look back and see how far you've come. The things that once terrified you now barely shake you. The battles that used to exhaust you now strengthen your resolve. This is growth unseen by others, but celebrated in heaven. Angels take note each time you choose faith over frustration, silence over retaliation, surrender over self-preservation. Each choice refines your authority. This training ground is sacred because it teaches obedience when there is no applause. When no one notices your faithfulness, heaven still records it. Every quiet yes, every unseen act of integrity, every moment you choose light when darkness offers shortcuts, these are bricks in the foundation of your crown. It is here, in this hidden season, that true power is forged. The Spirit removes crutches so that your dependence rests solely on God. When you no longer rely on validation, convenience, or visible reward, your authority becomes unshakable. The chosen are not built in comfort, they are forged in tension. You have felt the fire of disappointment, but now you will learn the peace of surrender. Every chosen one must reach a point where they no longer fight for control, but flow with divine rhythm. It is a quiet victory, one that cannot be seen, but can be felt. You are not giving up, you are giving in to the greater plan. The training ground is also the proving ground of discernment. In this season, not every open door is opportunity, and not every closed door is opposition. The Spirit will teach you to recognize divine timing, to sense the difference between delay and protection. What feels like stagnation may actually be safety. Heaven often hides its chosen in the shadows until the appointed moment of revealing. You will find that solitude becomes your greatest teacher. When others chase noise, you will crave stillness. The Spirit will meet you there, not always with words, but with awareness. You will begin to discern His presence in ordinary things, a sudden peace in the middle of chaos, a whisper of reassurance when logic says, despair. These are signs that your senses are maturing. The trials ahead are not random, they are tailored. Each challenge targets a part of your spirit that must be strengthened before you carry the next level of glory. If you resist them, they repeat. If you embrace them, they transform. The training continues until faith replaces fear as your first instinct. And yet, there is grace woven through it all. Heaven never trains without also sustaining. The same fire that tests you also purifies you. The same wind that stretches you also steadies you. You are not walking through this alone. Invisible hands surround you, angels assigned to your process, guiding you through lessons you cannot yet name. Do not rush through this stage. The training ground is not a delay, it is a preparation zone for destiny's unveiling. Many want the trumpet's glory, but not its discipline. Yet the sound of the trumpet can only rest upon those who have been proven in silence. This is where you learn to fight battles that cannot be seen, to pray when words fail, to worship when results are absent, to trust when the future is unseen. Each act of perseverance adds weight to your voice and authority to your call. When the trumpet sounds again, your heart will not tremble, it will resonate. So, stand firm, even when the ground beneath you shakes. You are being equipped, not emptied. Every storm, every delay, every test is heaven's forge, shaping a warrior of light whose faith cannot be extinguished. When the trumpet sounds again, it will not find you fragile, it will find you ready. You have endured the fire, and the wind has positioned you. Now comes the moment when silence turns into speech, when heaven sends you forth as a voice in the wilderness. The world has grown loud with confusion, yet beneath the noise, a deeper cry rises from creation itself. Who will speak for the light, and heaven answers through you? You are not called to echo, you are called to declare. The same trumpet that shook your spirit now resounds through your words. Every syllable you release becomes an arrow of clarity in a fogged world. You are not preaching religion, you are awakening remembrance. When you speak truth, even softly, darkness trembles because it recognizes the sound of authority that was birthed in heaven's fire. The prophet Elijah spoke as recorded in the first book of Kings, chapter 18, verse 21. How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. If Baal, follow him. That same challenge stands today. Humanity wavers between surrender and rebellion, between light and imitation. The Spirit has placed a trumpet in your mouth, not a literal one, but a spiritual one to call hearts back to alignment. Your words, when saturated with obedience, carry the frequency of revival. You may feel unqualified, but that is precisely what makes you usable. Heaven delights in vessels that depend, not in voices that boast. Each time you step forward in trembling faith, angels strengthen the echo of your message. You do not speak alone. The wind carries your words farther than you imagine, reaching souls you will never meet. You will notice, as you release truth, divine resistance rising against the lies around you. Not everyone will receive what you carry, and that is all right. You are sowing, not selling. Some hearts are hard soil, others ready ground. You do not measure success by applause, but by obedience. Heaven measures fruit, not followers. The wilderness you are sent into may look barren, but it is ripe for transformation. God always begins renewal in desolate places. The wilderness amplifies the voice of the one who dares to speak. There, distractions are stripped away, and only authenticity remains. Your calling will draw both curiosity and criticism, yet both are signs that your voice is reaching ears. Remember, your voice is not a weapon of destruction, but of deliverance. You are not called to condemn, but to awaken. Speak with grace, even when truth pierces. Let your tone carry the kindness of the one who saved you from silence. Prophets of light are not known for volume. but for clarity. Even a whisper, when anointed, carries more power than 1,000 shouts without presence. There will come moments when fear tries to muzzle your courage, when doubt whispers, "Who are you to speak?" In those moments, remember the furnace you survived. Remember the nights you cried, yet did not quit. Remember the covenant sealed in fire. You are not self-appointed, you are heaven-commissioned. You have the right to speak because you were refined to do so. Now the Spirit prompts you to respond, to align publicly with your calling. If this word resonates with the deepest part of you, type the words, "I will speak." Do not treat it lightly. These 3 words are a declaration in the spiritual realm. When you write them, you are not commenting, you are confirming heaven's call on your life. You are saying, "I will not stay silent. I will carry light wherever darkness dares to dwell." Heaven sees it as agreement, a signature of obedience written not with ink, but with intent. This act of response marks a shift. Heaven records every "I will speak" as a trumpet note, added to the growing symphony of the chosen. Your declaration joins a chorus of voices across nations, each one different in tone, yet united in purpose. The sound will grow until the world can no longer ignore it. You will begin to notice changes once you commit aloud. New boldness will rise within you. Opportunities to speak life will appear, unexpectedly, a conversation, a message, a prayer whispered over someone in pain. These moments will no longer feel random, they will feel orchestrated, because they are. Every generation has had its messengers. And now it is your turn. You are the echo of ancient courage, clothed in modern skin. The wilderness around you is not a punishment, it is your platform. Your words will carry the fragrance of heaven into dry places, bringing rain where hearts have cracked. So, chosen one, speak when the Spirit stirs you. Do not rush to be heard, but when the fire burns, let it flow. You have been tested, trained, and trusted. The trumpet that once called you inward now sends you outward. Carry its sound with humility. Speak with grace. And let heaven's echo resound through your every breath. Across the earth, something stirs quietly beneath the surface, a rhythm, a pulse, a holy vibration that cannot be silenced. The hidden army is rising. You are part of it. Chosen one, not with swords or banners, but with light, love, and unshakable conviction. Heaven's soldiers do not march with noise, they move in stillness, carrying invisible power that reshapes everything they touch. It begins subtly, a dream that feels too vivid to ignore, a sudden urge to pray for someone's name that flashes across your mind, a tug in your spirit that says, "Move now," though logic says wait. These are not coincidences, they are the first tremors of a divine uprising. Heaven's network is awakening, one heart at a time, each flame recognizing another through the fog. The ancient words recorded in Romans, chapter 13, verse 12, remind us, the night is nearly over, the day is almost here. Put aside dark deeds and put on the armor of light. The world does not see the chosen clearly yet, but heaven does. You are a seed that has been buried in silence, now ready to break through the soil. The trumpet's vibration travels through you like sap rising in spring, calling you toward the surface. Every act of kindness, every word of truth, every quiet moment of prayer It all contributes to the unseen uprising of light. Think of fireflies in the night. Each tiny glow seems insignificant until they gather. Then the whole field shines, and darkness loses its claim. The chosen move the same way ordinary lives lit by extraordinary purpose, gathering one by one until the world cannot deny their radiance. This is why connection matters. Isolation dims the flame, but unity multiplies light. When you share what stirs your spirit, when you spread messages that breathe hope and awakening, you are joining hands with heaven itself. You are helping the hidden army find one another across continents and languages. So, I ask you gently, sincerely, to let your light travel. When you like this message, it's not about numbers, it's about resonance. It's how you whisper back to heaven, I hear the call. I am part of this movement. When you share, you are not just forwarding content, you are scattering seeds of light across digital soil, trusting that someone in darkness will see the glow and awaken. And when you subscribe, you are choosing to remain connected to the heartbeat of heaven's rhythm, ensuring the flame within you never goes dim through isolation. Imagine this act not as clicking buttons, but as building a bridge. Each engagement becomes a plank of wood, spanning the gap between confusion and clarity, despair and hope. Somewhere out there, someone stands on the edge, waiting for one small sign that they are not alone. Your simple gesture may be that sign. The hidden army moves like rivers, quiet, steady, unstoppable. You do not need a platform to change the world. You only need to flow in the current of obedience. Every small act carries prophetic weight when done with pure intent. Heaven's power does not depend on volume but on authenticity. When you interact with this message, see it as tending a flame. You are saying to the Spirit, keep my oil filled, keep my light alive. It is participation, not performance. It is worship in motion. And just as rivers carve valleys over time, your consistent light carves paths for others to walk. What feels small today becomes legacy tomorrow. The hidden ones are history makers in disguise, ordinary faces carrying extraordinary fire. Heaven is writing your name into its story, not because of fame, but because of faithfulness. The trumpet's echo still hums in the background of your soul. It says, stay connected, stay burning, stay awake. You are not just part of an audience, you are part of an army. The likes, the shares, the subscriptions are not currency, they are unity. Together, they become a signal flare, a beacon that says, the light is spreading, the chosen are gathering. When you lift your voice in faith, heaven amplifies it. When you act in love, angels move through it. Every heartbeat of obedience strengthens the network of the faithful, the unseen threads connecting the 144,000 across the globe. So, chosen one, keep shining. Keep believing that your light, though small to your eyes, is mighty in the kingdom. The hidden army does not need applause, it needs alignment. And you are already aligned. When darkness looks around and sees 1,000 scattered lights, it will realize too late they were never scattered. They were stationed. And as the trumpet grows louder, the hidden army will no longer remain hidden. The dawn approaches, and your place in the rising light is already secured. The ground beneath you begins to tremble. At first, it is subtle, a soft vibration that passes through your feet like the echo of a distant drum, but then it grows stronger, deeper, until the air itself feels alive. This is not natural turbulence. This is the great shaking. The trumpet's resonance has reached the bones of creation, and everything unstable begins to move. You have heard of this moment before, but now you are living it. The shaking is not punishment, it is purification. Heaven is not destroying, it is distinguishing. The sound that once awakened hearts now dismantles foundations that were built on sand. Systems that refused alignment crumble. Empires that mocked truth collapse beneath their own weight. What the world calls chaos, heaven calls correction. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Haggai. Chapter 2, verse 6. This is what the Lord Almighty says, in a little while I will once more shake the heavens and the earth, the sea and the dry land. But do not fear, chosen one. You were built for this. The shaking that topples others will strengthen you. You are not like the unstable towers of this world. You are a pillar in the temple of God, designed to remain standing when everything else falls. The same Spirit that shakes the earth also anchors your soul. The shaking begins within before it manifests around. You have already felt it internally, your thoughts disrupted, your plans rearranged, your comfort stripped away. Heaven starts with the heart, shaking loose what no longer aligns with purpose. The things you once relied on now seem fragile because they were never meant to carry you this far. The Spirit allows nothing temporary to masquerade as eternal. Relationships shift, opportunities close. Ideas you once clung to suddenly lose their appeal. It can feel disorienting, as if the ground itself betrays you. But remember, earthquakes only unsettle what is loosely rooted. What is planted deep in divine soil cannot be uprooted by shaking. It is refined by it. In this season, discernment is your compass. Not every collapse is tragedy. Some are mercy. Heaven removes the counterfeit to reveal the authentic. What falls apart around you is not your loss, it is your liberation. You are being released from attachments that could not survive the next wave of glory. The great shaking also serves as revelation. As structures fall, hidden things surface, truths long buried, motives long disguised. The trumpet's sound functions like divine light, shining through the cracks of deception. This unveiling is uncomfortable but necessary. Darkness cannot be healed if it remains hidden. The Spirit invites you to stand firm, not in arrogance, but in assurance. You are not immune to the shaking, but you are preserved within it. Heaven does not promise immunity, it promises endurance. When others tremble, you will radiate peace. When fear spreads, your calm will speak louder than any sermon. The shaking is not against you, it is around you, for your sake. Understand this mystery. Every divine shaking carries two purposes: exposure and expansion. What God exposes, He intends to heal. What He shakes loose, He replaces with something stronger. This is reconstruction by revelation. After every collapse comes new creation. The trumpet's echo is not a sound of ending, it is a signal of rebuilding. You may notice the world responding in extremes. Some will cling harder to crumbling systems, desperate to preserve what cannot last. Others will awaken, finally realizing that stability exists only in the unshakable kingdom. These are the beginnings of separation, the wheat from the chaff, the faithful from the fearful. You, chosen one, must anchor yourself in truth, while extending compassion to those who are awakening in confusion. Your role is not to panic or to predict, but to perceive. Listen beneath the noise. The shaking has rhythm, it follows the beat of heaven's pulse. Each tremor carries purpose. When the earth quakes, heaven speaks, only what is built on me will stand. This shaking is not local, it is global. You will see it in nations, in institutions, in hearts. The Spirit dismantles not to destroy, but to redefine. Everything that survives this shaking will carry eternal weight. The superficial will vanish, the authentic will remain. And when the dust settles, you will see clearly. What was once uncertain will make sense. You will recognize the divine architecture behind the disruption. The trumpet's vibration was never random, it was heaven tuning the earth to its original harmony. Stand still. Chosen one. The shaking will pass, but what it leaves behind will last forever. The unshakable kingdom will emerge, and you will find yourself standing upon it. Stronger, clearer, and more luminous than before. The air is different now, charged, alive, electric with unseen promise. The shaking has passed through, leaving behind silence that feels almost sacred. You sense it in your bones, that pause before heaven moves again. And then it comes, the first blast. The sound you have long anticipated, the trumpet's first true note breaking through the veil. It is not a noise that enters your ears, it enters your spirit. It does not sound like any instrument of man. It is both thunder and whisper, light and gravity. It is the breath of God transformed into sound. And as it passes through creation, everything alive responds. The seas pulse, the mountains echo, the stars adjust their rhythm. Heaven and earth finally move in sync again. You have felt many signals before, dreams, signs, visions, but this is different. This is not warning, this is fulfillment. The time of preparation gives way to performance. The chosen do not wait, now they arise. The trumpet's vibration commands motion, angels to positions, the faithful to readiness, the world to attention. As Jesus himself declared in the Gospel of John, chapter 5, verse 25, "Very truly I tell you, a time is coming and has now come when the dead will hear the voice of the Son of God, and those who hear will live." That time is now. The sound you hear is resurrection in motion, not only for the dead in tombs, but for the sleeping hearts, the weary souls, the forgotten dreams. The trumpet calls forth what has lain dormant within you. Every promise buried under fear begins to stir. Every gift once hidden begins to rise. You feel it, the awakening inside, the awakening. This sound is not chaos, it is command. It carries precision, like a general's call to his army. Each chosen one knows instinctively what to do, not because of instruction, but because of remembrance. You are not learning, you are remembering. You have heard this sound before birth, before time. It is the same call that summoned your spirit into existence. When the trumpet sounds, the boundaries between the natural and the divine begin to blur. Dreams intensify, intuition heightens, encounters increase. Heaven and earth overlap in flashes of revelation. You begin to see the world differently, colors brighter, silence louder, coincidences transforming into confirmations. The Spirit whispers, "This is the moment you were made for." The trumpet's vibration awakens both awe and urgency. It says, "Rise, Chosen one, the time of delay is over. It's as though your heart has been rewired to beat in harmony with heaven's tempo. You sense movements not yet visible, decisions forming before they happen, alignments clicking into place with divine precision. But with the trumpet's blast comes responsibility. You can no longer live as before. You have heard what others cannot hear. You cannot unhear eternity calling your name. This sound demands response. It is heaven's way of marking you, not with a visible seal, but with a resonant signature that cannot fade. And now, heaven invites you to participate, not as a spectator, but as a vessel. You have heard the first blast. Will you answer it? If your spirit feels the confirmation, if something deep within you knows this sound is speaking directly to you, then act in faith. Type the number 999 below. Do not see it as a number, it is a signal, a prophetic act of response. The number 9 is the symbol of completion, of transition from one cycle into another. When you write 999, you are declaring, I am stepping into fulfillment. I am crossing from preparation into activation. I will not sleep through the sound of destiny. Heaven recognizes your acknowledgement. Every declaration made in faith releases energy into the spiritual atmosphere. When you type that number, heaven reads it as obedience. It is your way of saying, Lord, I hear you. The trumpet has sounded, and I choose to live awake. Across nations, the chosen are responding. Each 999 becomes an echo. Each echo a harmony. Each harmony a wave that rolls through creation. You are part of that wave. Together, the chosen become the living sound of heaven on earth. This is not a coincidence. This is convergence. Every prayer you ever prayed, every tear you ever shed, every step of faith you ever took, all of it led to this moment of awakening. The trumpet's first blast is not just the beginning of the end, it is the announcement of divine order returning. Stand tall, chosen one. Lift your face toward the invisible heavens. The sound that shakes the world has found your heart. You are not merely hearing prophecy, you are fulfilling it. The trumpet calls, and you have answered. The sound still reverberates through creation. It does not fade, it settles, embedding itself into everything living. The trumpet's first blast has awakened both glory and gravity. And now the process begins. The sealing of the faithful. Heaven moves through the world like an artist, pressing marks of light upon those who belong to the kingdom. You, chosen one, are among them. You will not see the seal with your eyes, but you will feel its presence. It rests not on skin, but on spirit. It glows from within. A quiet authority that darkness recognizes even when people do not. The seal is not decoration, it is designation. It tells every realm, seen and unseen, that you are owned by heaven, that your allegiance is not of this world. We are reminded through the words written in the book of Revelation, chapter 7, verse 3, Do not harm the land or the sea or the trees, until we put a seal on the foreheads of the servants of our God. That moment is not distant, it is unfolding even now. Heaven does not delay its promises, it activates them when hearts are ready. The trumpet announced the shift. And now, the Spirit completes the marking. The seal is the divine response to obedience. The crown of endurance worn by those who chose purity over compromise. Faith over convenience. You will also notice a shift in atmosphere around you. People may react differently without knowing why. Some will be drawn to your peace, others unsettled by your presence. That is the mark at work. The seal carries authority that exposes hidden motives, comforts the humble, and confronts the false. It is not aggression, it is radiance, light, simply doing what light does. The faithful across the earth are being sealed at once. This is not limited by geography or culture. The same spirit moves through deserts and cities, mountains and valleys, placing marks on the foreheads of those whose hearts are surrendered. Each one sealed becomes a beacon, a small reflection of heaven's sovereignty shining through humanity's chaos. There is also a great tenderness in this act. Heaven is not branding servants, it is blessing sons and daughters. The seal is not ownership by domination, but by love. It whispers, "You are mine, and I am yours." This intimacy becomes your greatest strength. When fear tries to invade, the mark speaks louder. You are covered. You are known. You are chosen. This seal is more than protection. It is activation. It awakens dormant gifts, heightens discernment, and sharpens purpose. You begin to see with spiritual clarity, sensing what others overlook. You start walking in precision, making decisions that align with divine timing. Heaven does not mark spectators, it seals participants. You are being prepared to move in authority, not merely belief. At times, the seal feels heavy, as if you are carrying a weight unseen by others. That weight is responsibility, not burden. To bear light in a world that resists, it is no small task. But remember, the seal comes with strength. Heaven does not assign without equipping. The same spirit that marks you also fuels you. And though the sealing is invisible, the evidence becomes undeniable. Miracles begin to follow the marked. Words spoken in faith produce tangible results. Peace flows in storms that would sink others. You begin to notice divine acceleration, doors opening, obstacles moving, timing aligning. It is not luck, it is the mark at work. Still, humility remains your greatest safeguard. The sealed are not superior, they are surrendered. The mark is not a badge of pride, but a mantle of service. Heaven seals not to elevate individuals, but to establish instruments. You are an ambassador of divine mercy, carrying the sound and scent of heaven wherever you go. This sealing is not final, it is preparatory. It sets the stage for the next movement of prophecy. Those marked are being gathered for purpose, positioned for the great unveiling soon to come. The trumpet will sound again, but when it does, the sealed will be ready. Until that moment, guard your peace, nurture your purity. Walk with awareness of the sacred mark you bear. The world may overlook you, but heaven knows exactly where you stand. The trumpet's first blast awakened you. The seal now defines you. And when the next sound comes, it will call the marked to rise in unison, a symphony of souls glowing with the signature of God. You are one of them, the sealed, the faithful, the fire bearers of light in a trembling world. The earth trembles again, but this time the sound is not a trumpet, it is the collapse of what was once considered unshakable. Towers of pride begin to sway. Systems built on greed fracture under their own weight. What humanity called progress now reveals its corruption. The fall of Babylon's tower has begun. You have read of this before, perhaps as myth, but it was never fiction. It was a warning written into the human timeline, a mirror of what happens when creation tries to replace the Creator. Babylon was never just a city, it was a spirit, an ideology that worships power, pleasure, and self. That spirit still walks among nations, wearing the faces of wealth, control, and deception. But the trumpet has exposed it, and now its walls begin to crumble. The voice of God thundered in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 64. So will Babylon sink to rise no more because of the disaster I will bring on her, and her people will fall. You will see it everywhere. Institutions crumble, leaders fall, illusions shatter. False prophets and systems built on manipulation will collapse under the weight of truth. The Spirit of God does not compete with deceit. He consumes it. The shaking that once purified you now purges the nations. And yet, in the midst of destruction, there is beauty, a strange, holy beauty. For what looks like ruin is actually rebirth. The ashes of Babylon become the soil of a new beginning. The Spirit never dismantles without the intention to rebuild. What He breaks apart, He transforms into foundation. You may feel sorrow as you witness this, unraveling the loss of familiar comforts, the fall of structures you once trusted. But remember, heaven dismantles only what hinders destiny. What collapses before you was never meant to last. The Spirit whispers, "Do not mourn what I am replacing." The fall of Babylon exposes two kinds of hearts. The first clings to the ruins, trying to rebuild what heaven has condemned. The second kneels amid the rubble and says, "Let your kingdom come." You, chosen one, belong to the latter. You are being trained to see beyond the collapse, to look through the smoke and glimpse the sunrise of renewal. For every fallen tower, heaven raises a living temple, a heart purified by truth. The Spirit moves through the wreckage, finding those willing to be rebuilt. You will see individuals who once mocked faith suddenly humbled, their arrogance melted by the heat of exposure. Revival often begins where pride ends. The fall of Babylon is also the exposure of deception. Lies that once held entire generations captive are unraveling before the eyes of the world. Narratives that promised freedom but delivered bondage are collapsing. The Spirit of truth is reclaiming the airwaves, the pulpits, the marketplaces, and the minds of men. The counterfeit light cannot withstand the dawn. You will recognize the fall not only in external events, but within yourself. The Spirit will continue to expose inner strongholds, beliefs, fears, or attachments that echo Babylon's pride. Every time you surrender one of them, you participate in the global collapse of darkness. Heaven's revolution always begins in the heart. And as false towers fall, new voices will rise, not loud, but luminous. Prophets, poets, intercessors, artists, ordinary vessels filled with extraordinary clarity. The world will hunger for authenticity again. Truth will no longer need to shout, it will simply stand. The light of the sealed ones will guide others through the ruins. This moment in history is not merely destruction, it is divine reset. When the dust settles, the world will look different. The language of Babylon, deception, manipulation, vanity will lose its power. A new tongue will rise, the language of the Spirit, love, purity, truth. It will not be learned, it will be remembered. You, chosen one, are being prepared to speak that new language. You are a bridge between the fall and the future, between the ruins and the restoration. When the world panics, you will carry peace. When others mourn the loss of the false, you will point to the reality of the true. Heaven's strategy is precise. It dismantles what is dying to make room for what is eternal. Babylon's towers fall so that Zion's gates can open. The systems of greed collapse so that generosity can reign. The walls of division crack so that unity can be born. Do not fear the smoke or the sound of crumbling. Stand where you are, grounded in the seal you carry. You were not chosen to watch Babylon fall. You were chosen to rise while it does. Your heart is the new altar. Your faith, the foundation on which heaven will build again. When the last tower falls and the dust clears, you will see it, the horizon glowing with promise. The trumpet will sound again, not in judgment, but in declaration. The kingdom is here. In the silence that follows Babylon's fall, a new sound begins to rise, not thunder, not trumpet, but song. It is soft at first, like a melody remembered from a dream. Then it grows stronger, filling the air with light. This is the call of the bride. Heaven's most intimate whisper moves through creation, summoning the chosen to readiness. You, chosen one, are hearing it now. It is not a call of fear, but of preparation. The bride is not a figure of perfection, but of devotion. She is the collective soul of those who have endured the shaking, survived the refining, and stayed faithful in obscurity. You are part of that radiant company, the ones who refused to bow to despair when hope seemed impossible. We find in the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 7, "Let us rejoice and be glad, and give him glory, for the wedding of the Lamb has come. His bride is ready." The Spirit now calls you to awareness. Heaven is preparing for union, divine intimacy between Creator and creation. The trumpet has awakened warriors, but now the whisper calls lovers. The call of the bride is not to fight, but to love fiercely, purely, completely. The time of performance ends, the time of presence begins. You are being invited to slow your steps, to quiet your mind, to listen more than you speak. This call is not loud, it is layered with tenderness. It asks not for your strength, but for your surrender. The bride does not rush, she waits with steady flame, her lamp trimmed and ready for the arrival of her beloved. Imagine a lantern in the window of a house at night. Its glow says, "I am here. I am waiting." That is what your faith looks like to heaven. Every prayer, every act of trust, every moment you choose hope over fear, it shines like that lantern, guiding the groom through the darkness toward you. And as you hold that light, others will see it. Some who have lost their way will be drawn to its warmth. Others who have given up will rediscover their faith by your example. This is where the beauty of sharing begins. Your flame was never meant to burn alone. When you like this message, think of it as adding oil to the lamp, acknowledging the light within and helping it burn brighter. When you share it, you are opening your window so others can see the glow. Somewhere, someone is wandering in the night of confusion, searching for direction. Your light could be the first glimpse of home they've seen in years. And when you subscribe, you are keeping your wick trimmed. You're saying, "I want to stay near the flame. I want to keep hearing the call." It is not about algorithms, it is about alignment. Staying connected to messages of light keeps your heart awake while the world drifts toward sleep. The bride's readiness is collective. No one stands alone in this season. Every shared flame strengthens the whole. The more light that gathers, the easier it becomes for others to awaken. Just as stars form constellations, the faithful form patterns of hope across the world, visible signs to heaven that the bride is indeed preparing. Still, readiness also means refinement. The call of the bride invites you to let go of what still weighs your spirit, old resentments, secret fears, invisible guilt. These cannot be carried into the wedding feast. The groom does not demand perfection. He desires purity, hearts unchained from yesterday. The trumpet once broke your bondage, now the whisper heals your heart. You may have noticed how stillness feels different lately, as if time slows when you worship, as if air thickens with unseen presence. That is not imagination. Heaven draws close when the bride listens. The king is near. His footsteps echo softly in the corridors of creation. Every heartbeat, every tear, every moment of love you give is noticed, gathered, treasured. So, beloved, chosen one, as you read these words, let them wash over you like oil. You are part of something vast and tender, an unfolding union that spans eternity. When you engage with this message, you are not just interacting with words, you are strengthening the tapestry of the bride's readiness. Leave a reflection in the comments, something simple, something true, a sentence of gratitude, a word of faith, even a whisper of hope. Your words become petals scattered before the coming king, proof that the bride's heart is awake. Let this moment be more than content. Let it be communion. You are not scrolling, you are standing in a sacred exchange between heaven and earth. The call has gone out, and your heart has answered. The night has nearly passed. The horizon begins to glow faintly, not with sunlight yet, but with the shimmer of something divine pressing close. You can sense it, the stillness before revelation, the breath before declaration. The final movements of heaven's plan are underway. Darkness, aware of its defeat, gathers what remains of its strength for one last attempt. This is the final stand of light. You feel it inside you already, the weight of expectancy, the pressure of purpose. The trumpet's sound still hums within your bones, a constant reminder that you are not ordinary. The seal on your spirit glows with quiet power. You do not tremble, you are steady, aware that the greatest battles are not fought with noise, but with endurance. As the prophet Isaiah wrote in the scroll of old, chapter 60, verse 2, darkness covers the earth, and thick darkness the people, but the Lord rises upon you, and his glory appears over you. That verse now breathes itself into reality. The deeper the darkness grows, the brighter the chosen ones burn. This is the paradox of the end. Light always shines most fiercely when shadows gather thickest. The world may appear chaotic, but heaven calls it convergence. Everything that has opposed truth is gathering for its final exposure, and everything born of light stands ready to reveal its full brilliance. The battle is not external alone, it unfolds within. The enemy's final weapon is not violence, but deception. He aims to exhaust the faithful, to cloud the minds of the pure, to whisper lies that distort truth. But the chosen know the sound of that counterfeit voice. You have learned to discern through fire, to separate false comfort from genuine peace. You are not deceived. You stand with eyes clear and spirit unshaken. Across the earth, other lights burn beside yours. They are scattered yet synchronized, glowing like stars guided by the same unseen pulse. No one commands them. They respond instinctively to the trumpet's tone that still vibrates in creation. Together, they form an invisible army, silent, steadfast, unstoppable. This is the true church, the body of the faithful whose unity is forged in fire, not in walls. The darkness senses this rising. It thrashes louder, manufacturing fear through systems and screens, amplifying despair through endless noise. But its power is illusion. It thrives only where attention fuels it. The chosen are learning to starve the shadows by feeding only light. You do this not by escaping the world, but by transforming it. You live differently, love differently, listen differently. You become contradiction, incarnate peace inside chaos, hope inside hopelessness. The Spirit whispers strategy in these days. Stand, even when weary. Speak, even when unheard. Shine, even when unseen. The strength you feel fading is being renewed from a source beyond your understanding. For the final stand of light is not sustained by human will, it is powered by divine endurance. The same glory that fills the heavens now rests upon the faithful on earth. You may feel the weight of the hour, the urgency of time pressing close, but do not confuse urgency with fear. Urgency is invitation. It is heaven saying, stay awake, stay anchored, stay radiant. You have already been equipped for this. The fire within you cannot be extinguished because it was not lit by human hands. Soon, the contrast between light and darkness will become undeniable. The world will no longer be able to ignore what heaven is doing. Miracles will flow quietly. Mercy will interrupt judgment, and love will dismantle hatred from the inside out. The trumpet's next sound will not merely announce, it will reveal. And when it does, every hidden light will be seen for what it truly is, divine flame walking in human form. You stand now on the threshold of fulfillment. You have endured storms, survived silence, and walked through fire. This is not the beginning of the end, it is the beginning of the unveiling. The final stand is not about defeating darkness, for that victory is already sealed. It is about displaying the glory of the one who already reigns. Hold your ground. Chosen one, your presence is not small, it is strategic. Every breath you take in faith releases fragrance into the atmosphere of this world. Heaven's eyes are upon you, not in judgment, but in joy. The trumpet will sound again, and when it does, you will not tremble. You will recognize the frequency of home. The final stand of light is not a call to arms, it is a call to remain, to be light when the night believes it has won. And in doing so, you become what you were always meant to be, the reflection of eternity in the fading hours of time. The silence that follows the final stand is different from all that came before. It is not emptiness, it is fulfillment. The air hums with completion, with the residue of something sacred having finished its course. You can feel it. Chosen one, the tension of centuries easing, the waiting of generations finally giving way to revelation. The trumpet sound, which began as a whisper in your spirit, now resounds across the heavens. It is no longer approaching, it has arrived. This is the moment the prophets saw in fragments. The apostles longed to witness. The angels have watched with wonder. It is the moment when the divine and the mortal touch, when time bows before eternity, the trumpet fulfilled, the kingdom revealed. The Apostle John recorded it in the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 15. The seventh angel sounded his trumpet, and there were loud voices in heaven, which said, "The kingdom of the world has become the kingdom of our Lord and of his Christ, and he will reign forever and ever." You stand still, yet everything within you moves. The seal on your spirit pulses with recognition. This is what you were chosen for, to witness the unveiling of divine order, to see the reign of heaven merge with the soil of earth. It is as if creation exhales after holding its breath since the beginning. The story that began with separation now ends in union. The trumpet's sound does not terrify, it harmonizes. It calls everything back to its true pitch, erasing the dissonance of sin, chaos, and time. Mountains bow not in fear, but in worship. Oceans still not in submission, but in awe. Even the wind seems to sing. You realize that this sound has no beginning and no end. It is the eternal resonance of God's voice calling creation home. The chosen ones rise, not in rebellion, but in reverence. Their light interlaces, forming rivers of radiance across the earth. Every tear they shed becomes a jewel at their feet. Every scar now glows as proof of victory. What was once struggle now stands as testimony. The faithful are not merely survivors, they are heirs. And in that revelation, you understand something deeper. The kingdom was never distant. It was always here, hidden in plain sight, waiting for the alignment of heaven and human hearts. The trumpet does not introduce something new, it unveils what has always been true. God has been reigning all along. Humanity is only now awakening to it. The sky is no longer just sky, it becomes sanctuary. The ground beneath your feet feels alive, vibrating with the memory of divine footsteps. Time itself softens, as though every past pain bends under the weight of eternal peace. The war between light and shadow fades, not because the shadow has vanished, but because it can no longer resist illumination. You see faces, countless faces, each one shining with recognition. Some you have known, others you have never met. Yet all share the same expression: we made it. The 144,000 stand in unity, their voices blending with the sound of the trumpet. It is not a choir, it is creation itself rejoicing. No one commands them, no one needs to. Harmony has replaced hierarchy. The king steps forward. His presence is light and gravity, tenderness and power. Every fear you ever held dissolves in an instant. You do not bow out of obligation, you fall to your knees out of awe. The sound of his voice carries no condemnation, only confirmation. It is finished. It is fulfilled. It is forever. The veil is gone now. Heaven and earth no longer exist as two, they have become one. Every promise has found its conclusion. Every wound finds its healing. Every silence finds its song. The trumpet's echo lingers, not as a fading note, but as the eternal hum of harmony restored. You look around and realize there is no temple, for you stand inside one vast sanctuary, creation itself reborn. There is no sun, for light flows directly from his glory. There is no night, for peace never sleeps. The Lamb reigns, and his people reign with him, not as rulers over others, but as reflections of his love. And in that moment, you finally understand your journey. The fire that refined you, the wind that aligned you, the trials that trained you, all of it led here. You were not chosen merely to survive the end. You were chosen to inhabit the beginning of forever. The trumpet is no longer about sound, it is about stillness. No longer about urgency, it is about eternity. Its call has become communion. Heaven's music now lives inside you. Not as command, but as companionship. The kingdom revealed is not only around you, it is within you. The story of the chosen ones does not end here, it transforms here. What was prophecy becomes presence. What was destiny becomes dwelling. The trumpet has sounded, and you are home. Chosen one, you have journeyed through the vision fire, wind, and trumpet, and you have stood in the revelation where heaven and earth become one. What you have just read is not merely a story, it is a mirror of your own awakening. You are part of something eternal, written by divine hands before time began. If this message stirred your spirit, if something deep within you whispered, "This is me," then let that recognition move you into reflection. Like this message, not for numbers, but as a quiet amen. A seal of gratitude for what heaven has revealed to your heart. When you share it, imagine it as planting a seed of light in someone else's darkness, a flame that may awaken another sleeping soul. Take a moment to comment your reflection below, just a word, a prayer, a thought. It doesn't need to be perfect, it only needs to be real. Your words become echoes that ripple through unseen realms, joining a chorus of faith that spans the world. And if you subscribe, let it be your act of staying connected to the flow of revelation, keeping your spirit tuned to heaven's next sound. The trumpet has spoken once, but its echo continues through you.